Hello everyone, I'm Stella Chung, and today I am joined by the creator and showrunner and actors of Netflix's Vikings Valhalla. Welcome everyone.
Hi, I'm Jeb Stewart. I'm the creator and showrunner of Vikings Valhalla.
I'm Sam Corlett and I play Leif Erikson.
My name is Frida Gustafsson and I play Freydis Eriksdotter, who is Leif's sister.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Leo Sisa and I play Harald Sigurdsson, who is a prince of Norway.
Before we get into it, let's go ahead and take a look at the official trailer for Vikings Valhalla.
Did you just arrive from that storm?
I did.
And tell us your name.
Leif Erikson.
Where are you from?
Greenland.
I'm Harald Sigurdsson. Why are you in Kattegat?
I've come to find someone.
The entire north is threatened.
By the English king. Then I want to see if this fight is mine.
And what have you decided?
Vikings are preparing for an invasion.
What do you intend to do?
Fight.
What do you see in this Greenlander? Maybe his courage. Courage is not rare here. His is.
You're a long way from home, Freydis. I am on a mission to learn my destiny. Train her. Let's go again.
Open the gates! You are here for your families! You are here for your honor! Bruce! No! You are here because you are Vikings!
All right, so first question, which is for the entire panel. Whoever wants to go first can. What made you interested in this project?
Myself and my father, we used to watch the original series, and seeing that Jeb was attached, and after myself and Jeb had an amazing Zoom call, I was really excited, and I felt like we had the makings of telling a powerful story. And then coming to the test, the chemistry read, where we were all reading together, Leo, Frida, and myself, there was definitely a really strong chemistry. It was just really exciting to be able to tell a story of a brother and a sister, of a man trying to find his way in the world. And yeah, that was really exciting.
I think it can speak for all of us that it was quite astounding coming to those locations and seeing them for real. I mean, I was a huge fan of the original show, and to come to Kattegat, it was just, absolutely incredible. But what I love about our show is that, it's a new show, but it's in the same universe. So we keep the DNA, but it's just evolving. So it's like, the icing on the cake.
I didn't want to do season 7. I thought what Michael Hurst had done with the original had found a really beautiful end to it. And the worst thing you can do is just sort of have an appendage to the end of something that works so well. I think what we really thought a lot about, and I spent an enormous amount of time thinking about, was where, if we're going to start a new story, where do we come into the story? Where do we find an entry? And so by moving the story about 125 years, beyond, many generations beyond, I think it gives a nice, fresh start to it. But as Frida said, we share so much of the same DNA. as the original, but it does feel fresh. You don't have to have seen any of the original if you choose to. You can just come into our show and just plop right down and get going right from the get-go.
Vikings are known for action, so what was it like coming up with brutal battles and incorporating that sort of violence and bringing that to life on this show? And we can start with Jeb.
Well, the original series set the bar pretty high. So, if we were going to do a new Viking show, we had to really, aim higher. It's very exciting to work with, the actors that we had, the stunt people that we had, even into the way we designed a lot of our bigger pieces, that you'll see in season 1, by choosing where we start our story, which is in, at the turn of the millennium, around the year 1000. It brings the Vikings of our story into play with the Saxons and the taking of London. And we've all heard the children's nursery rhyme, London Bridges Falling Down. So, they had begun unearthing certain parts of London Bridge from the Thames, I think in the 2000s. And we started asking the questions, where was King Canute at this time? And how did the army approach it? And what happened? So there was a lot of research that went into it. And it's a really, really fun part of our storytelling. So I think the audience is going to love that.
Well, yeah, London Bridge is this huge epic sequence. But before that, there's a battle in England. And that was, I think, our first big experience of hundreds of people all fighting at the same time, when it all comes together in a field in Ireland. And it's chaos and madness. And there's mud spraying around, blood spraying around. You can't help but be overwhelmed and sucked in to the adrenaline of it all.
For Freydis, who comes maybe from a place where she knows violence, but she isn't trained per se like Harold would be, and she enters the Viking world as a fighter who just fights with whatever she has. She's scrambles to use anything, and she embarks on this incredible journey where she becomes a fierce, full-blown shield maiden. So for me, as an actor, to work so closely with the amazing stunt performers and to get to work with all the weapons and advanced choreography was just something that was incredible.
For the panel, tell us about the physicality of the training it took to get into these roles.
Well, it was lockdown. We got a sort of buffer of about 4 months before we started filming. And I was in England, and it was full lockdown. And I had a Zoom call 3 times a week, 1 hour, with a personal trainer called Pat. And he essentially helped me tell Monday from Tuesday, because he gave me a bit of structure to the week. But so I worked out for all that period beforehand. And then once you're actually there filming, again, it's lockdown, so there's not much else to do. And the amount of stunt training that you go through anyway, you're just kind of inevitably going to end up in quite good shape, fit and strong.
Yeah, no, it's funny because in Ireland, obviously the gyms were closed, so we were kind of all given our little weights in our apartments, and that was almost like hamsters in a hamster wheel. Waking up early, doing a little workout. As we go to bed, doing a little workout. And then obviously working with the stunt team, their expertise is incredible, and you're choreographing these massive fights, and my first few are quite long and require the use of many different weapons. And so to be able to go through that trial by fire with this team and choreograph this violent dance, it was definitely setting us in good stead for the future episodes.
Yeah, I mean, when I learned that I got the part, I was so glad that it got pushed forward, because for me, I'd never, lifted weights at a gym before. I've always kind of trained, running, and I'm a big horse girl, so I ride a lot. So for me, to be given those couple of months to bulk up, to be able to fight with all of these weapons and wear the costumes because they're heavy, I was so thankful for that. I've gained so much weight in a way that I didn't ever expect. So I feel like a true badass Viking woman walking down the street now. So I'm super excited about that.
Okay, well, talking about the show is great, and I love y'all, but I honestly really just want to see more of the show. So let's take a look at this never-before-seen clip of the opening moments of Netflix's Vikings Valhalla.
Good friends, tonight, on St. Brice's Day, we say goodbye to my baby brother, Prince Harald Sigurdsson, the someday King of Norway. He thinks he's graced us with his presence, but we know it's him who's been made better by his visit. Skål!
May the Lord guide you back to Norway, brother. Stay safe till I see you again.
Where are you going? Thought you were seeing me to the boat.
I know, but the king has summoned us. We're off to London. But I'm sure you'll find a better send-off than me.
Brother.
So, when are you coming back to England, Prince Harald?
I don't know. Perhaps when I hear a good reason.
Prince Harald, the boat's waiting. We must leave. Prince Harald.
Stead, my faithful guards.
Your Highness, we came as soon as we could.
I know it is St. Brice's Day, and you have undoubtedly left feasts with family, so please join me.
You said it was urgent, sire. Is there a threat?
Yes. Over 100 years ago, in an effort to ensure lasting peace with your people, my predecessors established the Danelaw.
Yes, sire. We've been here so long, many of us no longer remember our own language.
Exactly. They probably feel they are Saxon.
Yes.
But that's the problem, you see. They're not. This is not their home. When the cockle grows amongst the barley, there is only one way to purify the field. Therefore, tonight, I order that all Vikings living on this island be exterminated.
Wow, that was our first exclusive clip from Vikings Valhalla. I know everyone probably has reactions and I want to get to everyone, so we'll just kind of snake down the list. So Jeb, how does it feel to see this clip?
It's very exciting. I mean, you know, when I see that clip, still I think about, and I'm sure everybody else does, all the talents that went into the show. I mean, you know, not just phenomenal hair and makeup and costume, but our great Tom Conroy, a great production designer, and Peter Robertson, our cinematographer. It's just a pleasure working with such incredible talent in Ireland. It looks great, and it's a very exciting show.
And Sam?
Yeah, it's the culmination of a lot of hard work and a lot of people's hard work, which is basically what Jeb's been saying. But yeah, it feels cool to watch everyone's endeavors like make it onto the screen, and we've actually got something that we're all pretty excited about and proud of.
And I think it's an exciting liftoff from the previous show as well, to see that the Danelaw, the settlements that happened there, and obviously beginning the show with such a traumatic event, it's especially for Harold's character, it definitely points to that sense of revenge, and it's pretty brutal.
But seeing this, it just makes me so happy. I mean, I have to be such a little part of something, on this epic scale with incredible characters and the rich tapestry of the world, and to be able to work with such incredible people in every department. It's a joy to do it, but then to see it and to see how it all comes together, it just makes me so incredibly proud and thankful. So yeah, it's pretty epic.
I know season 1 isn't out yet, but I have to ask, can you give us any hints about season 2's sort of identity?
I think if season 1 was all about, a sort of where we started, season 2 is being thrust away from home, and so I think that's about as much as I can tease you, is that our Vikings have to go and start over, and it's a pretty cool thing because now they have many skills that they didn't have at the start of their journey.
Oh, well, I mean, thank you all so much for coming on and talking to us about this. I'm sure it's really nice to be able to talk about the show, finally get these clips out there, and hearing everyone's passion for the show makes me very, very happy. So thank you so much. Jeb, Sam, Frida, and Leo, thank you so much for being here, for being with us. And remember, Vikings Valhalla premieres globally on February 25th. Exclusively on Netflix, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. And for more Vikings Valhalla news, be sure to keep it here at IGN.